Hello, everybody. I am Professor Pixel here once again on Mad Men with a Box. But joining me, of course, for episode 42 of our live stream, of our live podcast, joining me to my side is my co-host, Jimmy. Say hi, Jimmy.
No. I think that looks like RTD. We got RTD on the channel? You know that's probably copyright.
Yeah. Thankfully, he only played like 2 seconds of it, and
it basically said everything I'm feeling right now.
And if you look down there, the man down under, the community service madman, it's Oz Chris.
I'll fix all that graffiti.
Why community service?
Because of Flatline.
Oh.
It has to do with the episode that we're talking about tonight, Jimmy. Meanwhile, I am flat as a board.
Flat Stanley.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I grew up with Flat Stanley too. However, before we get into the news, I do want to say a very special thank you to Stephen Noonan, who went ahead and he mentioned us in his newsletter on the Big Finish podcast. So special shout outs, special hi to you, Steve. Jimmy, you should have reviewed with us.
Also, props to Nicholas Briggs for actually getting my name correctly. Any new person that meets me, they all go OZ Chris. He got it right on the first go.
He's a genius. What do you expect?
He's an absolute genius, yes.
I realized it, but it was more fun saying OZ the first time. That's why I did it for like 30 episodes afterwards. But yes, we love Noonan. Noonan loves us.
So we're in Big Finish now. That's what we're saying.
We're canon.
in a podcast, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we should go ahead before we talk about Flatline, the 12th Doctor adventure. Let's go ahead and get into the news with the big shocker, maybe. Mirror TV is one of the many people talking about this. The Torchwood style offshoot will be based off of Unit, an official spin-off for Unit. And
could they have gotten a worse photo?
Oh, it's Jenna? So bad. It's such a bad picture of Gemma.
It's like, let's get a picture of her from like 2005, but make it look like she's older than what she is, like Miami Beach style. Cool.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, it will feature her as, I guess, the leading role. She does head the scientific research division, though she doesn't in the Big Finish series, does she, Chris?
I think.
Here's a question. This is Unit, right? And you know who works with Unit a lot. Could we get a curator? It doesn't have to be Tom, but could we get a different version of the curator? Maybe even Colin Baker. Colin Baker could be a curator.
Well, he was a curator. I know. Stranded.
That's what I'm saying.
I am going to go ahead and I'm very worried about how they're going to make this work. I haven't listened to much of the Unit series, just a little bit here and there. In fact, the one that I fully finished is the one from the classic series from Big Finish with I'm trying to remember his real name, but Brigadier, because that was one of the first ones I got before getting into
Brigadier and Friends. That's what we're gonna get. Brigadier and Friends.
That's pretty much what it was. But here it's going to be Kate, and I'm hoping Osgood. How do we think this is going to run in line with the Big Finish series?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Big Finish isn't in canon, so it isn't in canon. So what they're gonna do is just Big Finish is gonna work around the TV show now. So.
Or they will just stop. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, this is.
They're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
This is Earth. A lot of stuff happens, so they could find if they want to fit it in any way to Big Finish, or Big Finish wants to fit theirs to this upcoming spin-off. Just a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
This
you just
this
have
is
to
a
make
company-
sure
This is their job. Every day
Yeah.
is then.
This is a company, and what do companies do? Try to make money. And if you have a TV show of Unit coming out, you're just not gonna make Unit.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. You're telling me that there's a TV show coming out called Unit,
Okay.
and your company that makes the audio dramas of that story, you're just not gonna do it? They're gonna do it.
No. Because they have a TV series and they're not going to run at the same time with the same actors. If anything, they would probably go back into classic Unit, which said...
because Big Finish never released anything during Doctor Who, right? When Doctor Who was on air, they never released anything.
Not with the currently running Doctor.
Oh,
Well, okay, the Doctor Chronicles, I guess. But those weren't with the actual actors.
They're gonna release. They're gonna make some. They're going to.
They've been making some, but I'm pretty sure that they would pause if there's an actual television show of Unit. I think they're going to pause the mainline series because the main actors are busy on TV.
Obviously, they're not going to be able to record while they're out shooting actual TV. Doesn't mean once they're done with TV, they can come back and do it and release it at the same fucking time.
I don't think they will, Jimmy.
Plus,
I'm pretty sure.
We don't know how. Considering that Unit, the new series, is the last series to do the 4 box set stories. So, like what Stranded did.
Mm-hmm.
So that it still hasn't finished that, or as far as I know, it still has one more of that story left before it continues with like what everything else is doing, where it's just a single box set series. So, and they did announce, because Big Finish is like, hey, there's all this news about the Unit series. Hey, guess what? We're also got Unit stuff coming out later in the future, so go check that out. So,
yeah, they still got stuff coming out. I'm not saying they're not going to release what they already have. I'm just saying they may stop. I don't think we would have a Torchwood series running right now, or, well, it is still considered a series. A Torchwood series running right now if we had Torchwood on the air. I think if Torchwood was currently going on TV,
we
could maybe, but it would. I feel like that would require a lot of work in between the companies.
Redacted came out when Jodie was still releasing their Flux stuff.
Yeah. And do you know what happened in Redacted to make Jodie come in there? A random gap.
No.
It's a random gap. You didn't because you didn't listen. But
I'm not going to listen to that.
See, this is why you don't get mentioned on the Big Finish podcast.
Yeah, that's with that attitude, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm
not going to listen to it.
I
don't care if Nicholas Briggs.
Hear me out.
Big Finish canon? Never heard of it.
It's not canon.
It is canon.
Nope, I don't care what anyone
says. It's canon. When it doesn't contradict anything, absolutely.
You can say that about anything.
I mean,
hey, Rings of Power's canon. It's, as long as it doesn't contradict anything.
Well, that contradicts quite a bit, doesn't it?
I don't know. Does it?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Most of the story was about people who weren't in the books, so was it?
But you see, well, I mean, they bought the rights, so technically, in the movie universe, you could consider it canon if you want, and I bet they're.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is canon to the original book.
That's right.
Okay. Because
because
someone bought the right. No, someone's using it for public domain. So,
though I will say, one is about a fictional bear and one is about a man who dresses up like a bear. So those are very different things, aren't they? Yes. But no, I mean, Big Finish has the rights to release audio dramas specifically of Doctor Who, and they work around the show. Yes, absolutely. They work around the show to make sure it works. I don't think they're going to be working hand in hand on a new unit audio series while a TV series is running. That is what I'm saying, Jimmy.
They probably have that just going to continue with whatever they planned. Like before.
Well, yeah. They're going to release what they have, I'm pretty sure. Because you said
that makes no sense to me. Because that's like Marvel releasing an Ant-Man movie, just not releasing any merchandise for it. That's the same thing for me.
No.
Yeah,
no.
It's the same thing.
But it's not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
See, when you release let's say you go ahead and you give a new title to, let's say, Ant-Man, but again, that's very different media. It's different media, Jimmy. It's like comics are known to be different. Comics are known to be different from the movies. That is period. The audio dramas are not treated that way. Audio dramas are treated as in-universe, as proper. This is what's going on.
You just switched the conversation. I wasn't saying about anything with canon. I was saying it's ludicrous to think that unit TV shows coming out and Big Finish won't release a story. Won't release a box set. And hold on. And I alluded to, it's the same thing as Marvel releasing a movie and not releasing the merchandise.
I said I don't think Unit will make any new stories while the TV series is running. I said they will probably release the box sets they have existing.
Right. Marvel releases Captain America new movie coming out.
Okay.
And it's the same thing as them not releasing any new Captain America comics at the same time.
It's not.
It's the same thing.
No, because they're different forms of media. One is written. Just like you can have novelizations, you can have novels written around a doctor while a doctor is running, because you don't have to go ahead and get the cast involved, and you don't have to really worry about fitting it in. But with a unit series on TV, using the characters that I imagine, like Osgood and Kate, who are in the audio stories, unless they're two very different teams and they treat it as such, like it's separate, I don't imagine them running at the same time.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong. It's going to happen. Doctor Who's going to be so big by the time Unit comes out that they're going to.
Doctor Who has already been big. But anyway.
No. Recently, it has not been big. Well, when Unit gets big, I mean, when Unit releases, Doctor Who's already going to have its 60th anniversary out and probably its first Series 14. Okay?
Yeah.
And then they'll release. Right, okay. So, because of how big it's going to be globally, not just 3.5 million people watching the last episode, I'm saying it's going to be huge. Fucking huge. That's why they're going to have to release Big Finish Unit. Specifically because it's going to be so big, it's going to be leaving money on the table.
I mean, well, we'd have to get into all sorts of stats for that to go ahead and talk about.
This would all depend on if they're going to be in communication with one another. If they want to time it for the same time as their TV show, they're going to need to know beforehand when it comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably already talking to people, especially Nick Briggs. He's probably already talking to Russell.
And again, depending on what kind of format this spin-off is going to be, if it's going to be like a full series thing, if it's going to be a short series thing, and it will also now depend on actor availability.
Yeah. And not to mention, they take a lot of time in preparation for the audio stories before they actually have them ready to release. They have a lot of time in between. So I mean, I just don't see it working hand in hand.
Yeah, like a standard box set comes out. Like, let's see. I'll search up one that just came out recently, and it'll say, "Oh, this was filmed like towards the end of last year or sometimes last year."
Return to Joe Jones. That's a good one to look at.
It's actually easier to make Big Finish than it is to make episodes of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
so
November
it should be able to come out faster.
Yeah,
it's
November
also about
2022.
It's also about like just scheduling. They could have it done already, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh, we're gonna release it around this time because that's when it's gonna be probably most financially beneficial to us." I mean, that's they could literally make this already, like have it talk to Russell, figure out what the story is gonna be, and then work around it for their story, and then shoot it before Unit is even starting to film. And then by the time Unit comes out, they'll have the box set ready as well. It could be that quick because it doesn't take as long to make Big Finish as it does to make the actual show.
I think you're undercutting the amount of effort that goes into Big Finish. Like, it's not, obviously you don't have to get sets, you don't have to get the schedules for people to actually be on location now because people have been recording from their homes for the last while, but I know people are coming into the studio. But however, it's still a lot of work. It still takes a lot of time. It's not, oh, I can do this in 2 months.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, okay, dude, look. Everything that happens in Big Finish, 99% of it has nothing to do with the cast. The 1% of the cast actually being like the biggest part of the actual episode. Because the cast would just come in, read their lines, they record it, then they leave. And then everything else, the actual story, is there. And that's Big Finish Company. The actors can go off and do whatever they want. Boom. Get them out the way. Now it's nothing. Boom. Now just let Big Finish work. So it's just okay. Think about
again. It depends on the box set. I'm looking at the most recent Fourth Doctor one that came out 5 years ago. They recorded this
with Tom Baker.
So it's not that easy as, oh, they could just pump it out. They got all this time.
Look what they do with the 9th Doctor. He records it and they pump it out 2 months later. Not actually, I'm being hyperbolic, but you know exactly what I mean. They get it out really quick.
How long? Okay, let's go ahead and put that let's put that to the test. Can you pull up the 9th Doctor, the latest 9th Doctor, Chris?
Sure. Shades of Fear came out February 2021.
2 years ago.
February of this year release was recorded in 2021. Again, it depends on box sets.
Look at his first box set, his very first story. And then look at when that was recorded.
Okay.
Because they probably just had him record a shit ton and then just scheduled it out. Don't look at his most recent. Look at his very first one.
Recorded, just says 2020, came out May 2021. So that could be anywhere between
1 year.
Yeah.
We'll just say 1 year.
Yeah. It's
okay. They can literally just talk to Russell T Davies, figure out what the story's going to be, work up a script around it, and then have them come in, read it. And then they go off, do their thing. That could be coming up with the script will take what, 2 months, 3 months for what, three stories?
See, again, a Big Finish.
This requires this has a lot of variations, whatever. And
Russell T Davies had a month. Russell T Davies had a month for series 3 per story. So I'm guessing that's probably around per story for Big Finish, give or take like a month. So 6 months. Say we have 6 months. We got the first box set.
They come in, read it. Isn't something to be streamlined. Like, see, there's a
And again,
tagline for Big
he's
Finish.
doing-
For the
he's
love
doing-
of stories.
And granted, yes, that's 1 month, but Russell had, let's say, mainly focusing on just Doctor Who. That was just a series of Doctor Who. Big Finish has multiple different series, multiple different box sets, each with a varying different quantity of stories.
No. When he said that, he was also working on a Torchwood script, which he ended up declining and not doing, and Julie Gardner was pissed off at him for it. And he had another story, the pilot for Sarah Jane. That's what he was working on. Those three, and then he abandoned one. So he had 2.
Okay, so yeah, compared to how many series in Big Finish? With how many stories in each box set? Because it does vary.
There's in each box it's like 3 to 4.
Yeah, 2 to 3 to 4.
It's still a lot of work.
And there's still a lot of series.
So much work.
It's not going to take a full year just to write the script.
Nobody said it was going to take a year to write the script. But
Exactly.
I'm just saying it's a lot of work.
The Unit TV show isn't going to come out for another 2 years.
Probably 2-3 years. There's no saying when it's starting production or if it's even in pre-production.
So they have a lot of time to pump it out before the show even comes out.
Well, speaking of production and going ahead and
Yeah, we stayed too long on this. Let's move on.
Yeah. I want to talk about Redacted a little bit. It has been confirmed that there will be a second series of Redacted. However, Ella Watts, a prominent producer, like the main producer of Redacted, has gone ahead and released this statement saying that it is in the works, but sadly, she won't be working on it. And that she makes it clear that she wanted to be on the project, but that she was replaced. And James Goss is going to be the producer, and she's sure that because knowing his work, that it will be fantastic. But it's still bittersweet.
Yeah, right after International Women's Day, it's like, yeah, you're not getting a job again. Getting rid of one of your key components of this series, who's also a woman, a day after International Women's Day. BBC, who's the brains in your department?
The same people who did the marketing for Flux.
Yep, that's true. The same marketing. Yep, same marketing team. All connected.
I'm not going to pretend to know everything about behind the scenes and the goings-ons of the situation. I just want to go ahead and say that I am very disappointed in hearing this. Ella Watts, whenever I was doing the Redacted reviews, she would make sure to retweet our videos on it too, and it was always very nice getting to hear her thoughts on that. So I am sorry to hear that. I am glad to hear that you are you're at least sure that James Goss's work it should be good towards it. I'm just very disheartened that you will not be a part of it, Ella.
Did you read the article she posted?
No. This was 19 hours ago. I haven't looked at this tweet in a while. But nice. I'm not going to pull it up and read an article live on the air for the first
everyone
time.
Wait till I finish this.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, no. A real news reporter would read it.
Nobody said we're a real news reporter. You had our tagline as a Doctor Who comedy podcast for the longest time, Jimmy.
Hey, a real news reporter would just make it up.
Amen. Amen.
A real news reporter would report on the hard-hitting news like disgruntled landlords and hoons.
That's what matters. Let's go ahead and stick with some audio drama news. They have gone ahead and released. We talked about the 11th Doctor Chronicles. They are fantastic, great works. Meanwhile, the 10th Doctor Chronicles are going on right here. And this is the cover release.
Jacob Dudman?
Yeah.
You know, his David Tennant is not as good as Matt Smith.
when he's because I noted this in his most recent box set, All of Time and Space. He nails Tennant when he's excited. He can't do just normal Tennant voice. He nails excited Tennant. Like how, yes, his Capaldi is not that good, but he kind of gets it when he's angry. When he's angry 12, you can kind of hear it, but like everything else 12, no.
You know what they did? They were like, oh, we don't really want to hire any other like voice actor to do it. Hey Jacob, can you do it? Yeah, it's good enough.
See, I think Jacob really likes doing the. So here's what I want to ask, Chris: is he retiring from Big Finish? Is that what he's saying?
No, he's retiring as the voice of the 11th Doctor for the Chronicles. So he's still, as seen by this, he's still going to be in the Chronicles, just not as the 11th Doctor anymore. Which I'm like, that's like your most iconic one and the one that works so well with you.
He could be the audio 11th Doctor, just period. He could. I don't know.
Maybe that's the plan. Oh yeah, I'm retiring from the Chronicles.
They can officially make it the 11th Doctor Adventures. Oh, maybe. But he's saying he's retiring from the role, and it sounds like the 11th Doctor. Yeah. It's so confusing because, listen, I want to be excited for this. I do, and I love Big Finish. I love all that. I cannot. I just cannot take the Chronicles. Just their way of doing the story just feels wrong to me. It's just not for me. So it's like this cover is very cool. I'm interested, but I'm not interested enough.
You don't like it being narrated to you.
Yeah. I want the story to feel, to have some flow. I was just listening to the Short Trips the other day, and there's a fantastic one with the Brigadier and John Colshaw. It's basically a mini drama with himself, and it's still so fantastic. Even though you can tell that's obviously not the one they have for Pertwee right now. It's still so fantastic in the way that it's delivered. And so is the 12th Doctor one right after that. Narrated by Dan Starkey, who does all the reading. It's just a different delivery. I feel like the ones that I've heard from the Chronicles that are like this are so cold, almost. Just in their stories, that it's just, it doesn't work for me.
Cool.
Thanks.
Pumping drugs into himself.
I just drank a shit ton of Robitussin and I got COVID and I want to sleep tonight.
All right.
Everyone social distance from Jimmy.
I do want to take a moment and just
it's like he puts me down here.
Yeah. I do want to go ahead and show.
Far enough for me.
I wanted to show this at the beginning, but I forgot. I got Target novelization, my first one. Dalek.
Oh, right. Nice.
Plan on reading it soon. Yeah, no.
I also got some. Oh. I got more of the collections. I got 10. I got season 10. I got Tom Baker's first season, 12. And then 14. And then Peter Davison's first season, 19.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's perfect because that goes into what I was going to go ahead and bring up, which is the 12th Doctor's first series is coming out as a Blu-ray Steelbook. Here's just part of the artwork that you can see.
I thought it already did, but I was thinking, no, that's some of the other ones. No,
that's definitely going to be mine. That's going to be mine.
I'm going to fight someone for it.
I may sit on someone's face and fart for it.
You're gonna. I have COVID, and then they're gonna flee.
Ed Brewer, the Doctor, was a defender of the Earth, but Voltron was a defender of the whole universe.
Yeah, that's right, Doctor. Step up. Only Earth. Bias.
Voltron was the defender of the universe. That's funny. He-Man was the
Who has the power? Not Voltron, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
By Grayskull. Back to Big Finish a little bit. It's funny how we were talking about the Ninth Doctor. Christopher Eccleston, he's doing more. He's doing more. He's really happy with Big Finish, I think.
He's really happy with doing it, or he loves the paychecks.
The paychecks might be good.
Like,
I know, we joke about it, but I think it's legitimately he just enjoys doing these.
And
he probably gets paid like what? Because Big Finish doesn't make crazy amount of money per box set. So he's probably getting what, 10 grand just per thing? Or no, it's got to be like
I don't
20.
know.
I have no idea.
There's no way he's getting above 100. No way.
No.
Yeah, no.
But I think he really enjoys what he's able to do with it. When I listen to because I've been going through, I finally finished Old Friends. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I think he enjoys how 9 is on his own. I think that's why they don't want to give him a companion, because obviously they have to give him Rose later on, or well, he'll get Rose later on. But I think they also don't want to give him a Big Finish companion because I don't think he wants that. He prefers to go ahead and take the lead, be the swashbuckling soul main of his stories.
I mean, he did say if he ever returned to Doctor Who, it wouldn't be for a big group Doctor adventure. If they wanted him to come back, they had to get him for him.
However, he is going to be in Once and Future, which is going to be, I'm like really hyped up. So he's going to have to be later in the year.
Yeah, but he's in the recording studio alone. So see, it's just him in there.
Is he? Is he alone?
Stop ruining it.
No, I mean they do, like, depending on what's going on, they do record together. They do work off of each other. Like,
do they?
Sometimes. It just depends.
Colin Baker's got his home set up. Tom Baker's got his home set up. Paul McGann, I think, has his home set up.
Okay. I mean, Redacted, talking about Redacted, they went ahead and they recorded together all at once on they have software now that they're using to go ahead and to go ahead and record all together from far away, have accurate times. And I think Peter Davison actually talked a bit about that, about how amazing it is.
It could also.
He's the best. Peter Davison's the best Big Finish Doctor. You can't change my mind.
Okay.
I think it also kind of it might depend on recording sessions, because sometimes you'll see they'll have photos of backstage and it's like the two main leads together in a recording booth, or on different sides of recording booths. So I think it could just depend if they just want to come in to the studio to record, or they'd just rather stay at home with their own setup.
Yeah. I guess
sometimes they record together, sometimes they don't.
I know for a fact that Jacob Dudman, they were talking about recording together in the same room, how they were working off of each other. So, I mean, they went to the studio and they worked on it live in person. So, at least we got that. Maranya, most studio recordings are solo. Batman the Animated Series was unusual, as they had the whole cast in the studio at the same time. I mean, yeah. But yeah, and Ed Brewer, I'm not going to say that on the stream.
Hey, that's not true, Maranya, because I remember watching the behind the scenes of Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase, and they were all together.
When did that come out?
That must have come out like 2001, like something like that.
That's after Batman the Animated Series.
So?
Well, she's saying it was unusual at the time because they had them all.
2001 and 1998 are around the same time.
Well, no, because my brother was born in 2001 and I was born in 1998. So those are very different times. I know it very well. That gap, it's very clear to me. But and I'm not pulling that up, Ed Brewer, but I agree. I had some problems with 1992.
92?
Yeah,
No
that's
way.
unbelievable. That,
Oh my god.
but
Time flies, guys. Time flies.
See, I don't know Christopher Eccleston personally. None of us do. I call him Chris. No. But
excuse me, only one of us shares a birthday with him, so try not to get close to him.
Who does?
Me.
You share a birthday with Chris?
Yeah.
Chris shares a birthday with Chris.
Yes.
How funny is that? No, I remember early interviews before he was returning to the role for Big Finish. He sounded very bitter about Doctor Who and everything that I saw. And understandably, and I viewed that as the role of the Doctor and dismissing that because he didn't do fan conventions at the time. He didn't want anything to do with it. I think Big Finish softened him up for me too. So I look more fondly upon Eccleston now. But that's besides the point. Let's go ahead and look at some other things. What's here? Oh, this is big news. Eagle Moss and Hero Collector projects have now been taken over by Master Replicas.
Good for them.
Basically, every topic we've talked about tonight, I've made a short about on our channel.
Well, then why did you bring it up in the Twitter?
Because it's the live stream. We're talking about it. What?
Oh, I thought you were saying basically, why would we talk about it when you talked about it?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Just saying, I made shorts on it.
Okay, that's very cool.
That's it. Yeah. You know what's weird? This company's not even a company. It's like it hasn't even launched and sold anything yet.
So it's just
it's just decided to like collect up.
If you literally click on their website, it'll be like enter your email and there's like a countdown saying we're about to launch.
We're about to launch, boys.
Yeah. Just type Master Replica. It'll be right there.
Yeah, it's literally a coming soon page in 3 days.
Yeah, hey, share it.
Share it, Chris. We're waiting.
No. All right, I'll share it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Marania, because you've never been on an Anglantine stream that he's never done that before.
I know.
What I was just do to promote a channel, Marania. It's kind of common knowledge.
She's teasing you. Calm down. It's okay.
I know.
3 days, 3 hours, 50 minutes, and 15 seconds. 14
Spread
seconds.
the word. Oh, yeah. Is there Reddit? No, there's no Reddit on
So wait, are they launching in 3 days and they're going to have a bunch of products just available right out the bat?
Sure.
That sounds cool, depending on what they're going to be offering. If I don't know. Yeah. Though, yes. Okay. So that's that. Thanks, Theories, for that. A drone has crashed.
Thanks, Obama.
Now, no. If you go like. Took a second, but I got it. If you go to like the location that they're filming at, it's literally right next to where Doctor Who was filming. So it's like, did a person on set of Doctor Who get just smacked by drones? Because we also know Doctor Who is now using drones to film stuff. So
yeah, but they're using them inside.
No, they're using them everywhere.
Well, yes.
If you watch my shorts, you would know this.
I don't have time to watch all the shorts because I don't watch YouTube, Jimmy.
That's why they're called shorts. You don't have 10 fucking seconds?
No.
Time is money.
Time is money, and I'm poor.
in the short, I even show pictures of them using drones on set.
Oh, very good.
And they even used a drone in the trailer that we got on Christmas. So,
yeah, okay. Finnegan, you went ahead and posted this too, saying that they have no reason to believe that it's Docky Who, but there's some filming going on the cathedral grounds.
This is nothing.
No, it's nothing. I know. I shared it because Jimmy shared it.
Historically, Doctor Who is the only show that has ever filmed
in
a cathedral.
Lazarus Experiment. What else has there been in the BBC?
Exactly.
They have a whole show. They have a whole show called Father Brown. I've watched it. It has.
Nah, that's not.
You mean the guy with Rory's dad, Doctor Who?
Rory's dad. It's Rory's dad. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
So Father Brown is connected to the Doctor Who universe. We've confirmed it here. Someone edit the Wikipedia page right now.
TARDIS wiki, Father Brown.
Yeah, Father Brown. The main character is actually Rory's dad.
Fairies went ahead and shared this. We all love the 14th Doctor, right?
Man, I'd rather have COVID right now.
Actually, this is an interesting topic because recently on Reddit, AI art is bad. Like, I don't think anybody should consider that real art. It's a lot of words.
It is 100% art.
Real art. You
Jimmy,
think it's just
do you want to stay on this?
Do you want to?
AI art can make AI can make real art. Do you
just
know
not good ones.
Art is literally just a mechanism used to transmit feelings. So if you look at something and it makes you feel something, that's art.
I feel like this makes me feel art.
Pissed off.
There's a very simple concept in what we're trying to say. Artists put in the time and effort to create something, to bring a drawing to life in whatever way they choose. AI is sampling from other art that's already been created to make half anime faces and the rest big tits.
So the only difference is the time it takes to make it?
The effort that it takes to make it is completely different.
Huge majority of the time, they can't get the number of fingers right.
That's right.
That's not true. Art can be anything.
I think
there is a legit copyright song, a piano orchestra song with blank sheets of paper because the art was just the whole room. The art was just the sounds people made in their chairs, phones that beeped, creaking of the piano, just leaning on it. That's anything can be art. So that took zero effort to make, and it's still still a really renowned piece of art.
See, I put a mustache on this picture of Rose Tyler. Is this art?
Yep.
Can I put this in the National Gallery?
That's actually 1945 propaganda art. I like it.
Okay. Anyway, my point, AI art bad. It is. Like it's for
not.
fun.
AI art is great.
I can't believe it. This shouldn't be a hard concept to understand. AI art is not the same as real art. It's completely different. It's how you
can't
end up
even get the same rights as actual art. So
yeah.
I don't think you're correct. There's some things AI art makes.
I am right.
It's not. It's beautiful.
There's an actual ruling or something where they can't get the same like copyright or something or other that actual art does. So AI art AI art could not be considered actual art because of that.
I have fiddled around with systems and it's fun. It's fun, it's fluff, but I would never say that the time I used fooling around on that could be considered the same amount of worth as something that I spent hours on drawing.
If you want to use it as a concept or to get an idea to like, okay, what would it be like if here's my thoughts, what could it come out to be like? It's like, okay, and now I'll go and actually do it. That's fine. But if you just want to do it and like take the easy way out, it's like, yeah, that's it.
If I wanted to use it for my profile picture, that's fine.
Hold on, Pixel. Hold on.
Yes.
The worth doesn't matter when it comes to art. My grandpa is an artist. He's a local artist around town. He uses acrylic paintings. He's fucking great.
Okay.
He says a piece of art is only worth the amount someone's willing to pay for it.
I'm not paying for a JPEG.
If a Van Gogh...
No, I'm not paying for a Let's talk about NFTs.
Right click save. I have it.
Oh, NFTs are totally different. That's not the same.
But it's not totally different because you're talking about NFTs.
No, it is totally different.
Okay, so NFTs are art because it's about the amount that people are willing to pay for it. Thus, it has more worth than, this picture.
Dude, stop changing what I'm saying. I didn't say art was only art if it's the amount people use to pay for it.
How's the CBD pills going? Anyway.
No, because NFTs aren't art, but they can be a form to show art. They're not art themselves. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna take some. Do you even know what NFTs are?
I'm simply saying the fact is that you can't say that AI art at all has the same amount, just ideal worth. If you want to talk about what makes an artist, you cannot say the people that spend an hour typing up, I got to make sure I get the exact code right for my picture. You cannot say that is the same as an artist. To say that is just wrong.
I can't remember who the author was, but what was his name? I want to say the guy who wrote Great Gatsby. I'm forgetting his name right now.
F. Scott Fitzgerald?
Yeah, I think it was him who wrote this, but I could be wrong. But he wrote a three-sentence book. It was an entire story. Actually, it might have even just been 3 words. And it takes you on a fucking journey, and it is art, but it's only 3 words. Art is anything, dude. You can't just say that's not art because I disagree.
But we can. We have that right. So, now I'm going to share Chris's sentiments right here.
He's very ignorant.
Anyway, my point was, I saw on Reddit, somebody went ahead and they took old screenshots that they had of the Doctor Who original broadcast. So, the older blurry, they used AI to go ahead and sharpen those images. And I tried to use it and it kept messing up the eye on the right side. But it is a very cool thing. But when you have monstrosities like this, it is not.
Dude, 50%. We weren't talking about NFT. We were talking about AI art, and then it just somehow got to fucking NFT.
We're gonna force Jimmy to play the Doctor Who NFT game.
That's right. Though
that still somehow exists.
Somehow.
Even with everyone on the internet making fun of NFTs, they're still like, yeah, let's keep going ahead with it.
That's fun. Anyway,
hey, Connor,
but there is actually a new one.
Call me, please, because at this point I need someone who's like somewhat on my side. Because the last couple weeks have been fucking rough, man.
Who?
Oh my god, Connor.
From 50%.
Isn't Connor writing right now?
Yes.
How's he going to be on your side?
When he calls me, he'll be on my side. That's
Okay.
That's how I'm choosing to think about it in my head.
What was I thinking? Oh, there is a new Doctor Who mobile game. Lost in Time.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah, no, I heard it's not good. But there are fun interactions that you have, and I think the art actually in that has been it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I miss the old one, the old browser game. Did either of you play that? I'm trying to remember.
So, from like 2012, 2010, right?
Yeah. 11 was the main Doctor for it. And you could make yourself a Slovene.
The one I played was David Tennant.
Well, David Tennant was also in it. Both of them were in it. But I never got far enough. I was too busy trying to make my character look cool. But yeah, no.
I think on that same website, they also allowed you to make your own Doctor Who comic book stuff. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We look forward to you next week. If you call in.
I mean, Jay Connor, just so you know, my finger is going to be hovering over that end call button. And like, if I hear anything, I'm just going to...
He's going to come on. He's going to be like, hey, Jimmy, I really love Mark Gatiss. And you're going to like end the call.
Probably. Congratulations to Brendan Fraser, the first actor, I guess. Actor winner of an Oscar to have shared a scene with a Dalek, which will come up in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
A little off there, Pixel.
Yes, I was a little off. That's fine. I'm very happy for Brendan Fraser. I think that's going to be very, very cool.
I'm hyped. I need to watch The Whale.
Uh-oh.
He loves Mark and Clara. What can he say? You have taste, sir. You have good taste. Okay.
You know what? Hey, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
I love how we're just both waiting.
Can you share the screen?
Oh no. Let's go ahead and see.
Oh no.
Blocked. Blocked. Does Peter Capaldi have an Oscar? I didn't know that.
He does. He does have an Oscar. It wasn't. We were saying just shared a screen with the Dalek. Oh wait, shit. Peter Capaldi. Yeah.
He shared the screen with the Daleks quite a few times, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think those gummies are really coming in.
Dude, I had half of this suit. Robitussin, and I had my CBD on. Let me not forget my zinc.
You have broken Connor. It's okay, Connor. There's two of us that still love you.
Don't worry, we're going to let you in on our very secret plan. Jimmy, can you just leave for a second so we can tell him that we're replacing you with him?
Very secret plan.
Okay. Share the thing, whatever. Share it.
It's okay. We're joking.
No. Share the screen. Share the screen.
Yes, I'm going to share it now. Anyway.
No. Share what I'm sharing.
Oh,
I pressed share.
I didn't realize it was hiding. Oh.
You're not following. There we go.
You're following him. Okay, he's back. Jimmy is brutal. She was going to try to defend you, but damn, that was mean. Mean.
Oh, you're losing friends here, Jimmy.
Maria has never defended me, so it's perfectly okay.
Hey, what's up, Aiden?
Oh my god.
You're gonna stop. The war.
This is all my elaborate plan for the 75% Doctor Who podcast. It's part of their 50% verse.
Can we move on to the news, please? Can we get to the news? They've had their time in the light. Okay.
Here. RTV
Russell T. Davies
said
that episode 4 of Series 14 believes is one of the greatest things he's ever written in his life. This is a man coming from It's a Sin, by the way, fantastic. Children of Earth, Midnight, Turn Left, and countless other amazing Doctor Who episodes. This is very exciting.
Yeah, I'm very
intrigued.
intrigued.
Yeah.
Episode 4. Which,
what a random number.
I don't know. I'm thinking
Well,
back
think
in,
about
like,
it. Episode.
Wait.
Waiting.
Are the specials considered a part of Series 14?
we don't know until they.
That's
until
right.
they
No.
release
No,
the
they're
full.
the specials.
Oh yeah, the specials would be all by themselves. The Christmas special, I think, would be counted as Series 14 because it'd be
Maybe.
Shooty's first of, as we know, probably full episode.
I don't know. I do not know. It is closely. However, yeah, no, I'm
I'm just
excited.
thinking back on RTD series, like the 4th episode. It's like, what, Series 1 was what, Aliens in London? That wasn't really anything that special. What was Series 2? Series 2 was... Oh no, Series 2 was that School Reunion? Was episode 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a pretty big one. Series 3 was Daleks in Manhattan.
I like Daleks in Manhattan.
And then Series 4 was...
You would, Pixel. You would.
Series 4 was Sontaran Stratagem.
I like the Sontaran Stratagem. Okay, it's not great. It's okay.
And then the specials was End of Time Part 1, I think.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so I are you looking for a correlation? Like, for...
Yeah, I'm looking for a correlation. Like,
Yeah.
well, there's not really that much of a correlation. It's just like, oh, it's like, okay, good.
There is a correlation. There's aliens in it.
Wow, Doctor Who has
Not a-
aliens in it? You're gonna be fucking
Yeah.
kidding me, Jimmy.
There is...
I've never, all this time watching so many seasons of Doctor Who, I've never noticed there's an alien in them. Next, you're gonna tell me that women are in there as well.
What? Women?
Are there,
Unbelievable.
Jimmy, are there women in Doctor Who? You have to tell me. I've never noticed.
I just unmuted. What's up?
Anyway, last article, and I'm very excited. So excited. because-
Anyways, did you hear there's women in Doctor Who?
Yes. Chris is gone. Anyway, it seems like I'm sorry, I'm just lost
You've
for
blown my
words.
mind.
Steven
It's like I'm having the CBD that you're having right now.
I can't even feel it. You were like, never mind.
Anyway, can you really say that you're not feeling it when you said that they said actor who shared a screen with a Dalek, and you forgot Peter Capaldi?
No, I was thinking of the phrasing. Whatever.
The Brendan Frasering.
You guys realize I'm suffering from COVID right now. There's nothing good going on in my head, okay?
The only thing that affects is your taste. And you
Yeah,
I
that's
lived
not
for a
true.
week without my taste.
You like Avatar. So I think,
Ooh.
I don't know, maybe you just have constant COVID and you just don't know.
I might. Do I want to hit Chris?
You could
Oh.
try.
Well,
You'd have to fight through the army of emus and kangaroos and
I'd
crocodiles.
ride one of them. Nah,
No,
I'm
you-
kidding.
You're not
No,
a
you
Florida man.
it's usually me fighting with Jimmy all the time. This is a treat. Is this what you experience every week?
I don't even know what's happening right now.
That's because of the CPD, Jimmy. Anyway,
Anyway, Stephen Moffat, he's back in the news again.
it seems that he might be coming back to Doctor Who.
Maybe.
And-
We've literally had only, one source, and they just said, oh yeah, he's coming back.
I would say it's a safe bet, honestly. Like, I thought about it for a while, and I thought, no, he was showrunner. I think that he's busy enough right now. But is he, though? Could he have time to write an episode of Doctor Who?
I don't know. Jimmy, you're the Moffat expert. You're usually up to date with what he does. Is he working on anything?
I'm watching my short, see if I can remember.
He has to check his own notes.
This is clear. This is a clear example of source. Literally me. Just trust me, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna remember everything I read because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm the only one putting up some like actual numbers here on the fucking channel. So I'm just like busting through stuff.
Yeah, but I've seen that like to
again.
dislike ratio on your stories, and people just don't like you for some reason.
I haven't looked at that.
Well, that's because I tell them if you agree with me, like it. If you don't agree with me, dislike it.
However, likes and dislikes both actually help out your channel because interaction is the key thing. But anyway,
let's see. The only thing I could see that Moffat is doing recently is the Unfriended play, which was in January.
Why would he come back?
That's out already, so it's done.
To write? To write under RTD?
Because he's friends with RTD.
Yeah, and it's really just some of his best episodes were when he was under RTD.
It's weird. I said the exact same thing in my short.
We've said it multiple times on this podcast. I think before shorts ever existed.
Hey Jimmy, I'm gonna blow your mind. Did you know Matt Smith shared a scene with the Dalek?
Hey, can you do me a favor and share my screen?
Doctor,
are we going to watch your own?
To return to the show. Russell T Davies asked him to return to the show to write new episodes. The shoot he got was 15th Doc. A lot of
boom. That's all you need to know.
Sure.
Source, just trust me, bro.
Source, trust Jimmy, I guess. Hey, I love Moffat. That's no secret. I think him coming back to write some episodes could be really cool. I hope he makes some new monsters as well, because I mean, when he was creating monsters for RTD is really when it shined. I felt like his creative process when it comes to aliens.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Until we get another source that actually supports this, it's up in the air.
Well, the
maybe
Mirror has
not.
actually been pretty good with Doctor Who news. They're pretty reliable when it comes to Doctor Who news. Anything else, not really. But like when it comes to Doctor Who, they're pretty good. That's it.
Thank you for that. So, no, I was being genuine. Thank you.
I did okay. I didn't say anything.
Ed Brewer is saying if I were Moffat, I might come back as a guest writer for an episode. Yeah, no, they don't mean as a full-time writer. They're saying for an episode or two under RTD. They're not saying coming back as showrunner. That's not what they're talking about. They're saying to write an episode. But that's our news, which means an hour in, I know you can't see it, but I have a little time clock. An hour and 3 minutes in, we can finally talk about our topic, our review, Flatline.
Behind Jimmy right now.
Yeah, it's behind Jimmy. So, Jimmy, go ahead. Start us off.
It's better than I remembered. That's about it.
It's better than you remembered.
No, it's one of those ones where it's like the first time you watch it, it's like, oh wow, okay, and then the second time you watch it, you're like, The third time you watch it, But I haven't seen it in years, so it's almost fresh. So when I rewatched it, I was like, oh yeah, it was pretty good. But I think it's like, again, like this scene right here where he's like walking. That's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. I love that. And then this is where the dance comes from. And then Crash.
Clara was real cute. Yes, she was.
I do. I really do. I do like this episode for now. But you know what's really cool surprise is like there were 2D characters. I mean 2D creatures, and then like when they're scrubbing the graffiti off the wall, and then you realize, oh shit, yeah, I probably shouldn't be here because those things are alive. Those are really cool.
Yeah, Chris.
So I haven't seen this episode since it first came out. So it's been quite a while since I've watched this episode. I did remember liking it. Coming back to it, I really liked this episode. It's a real good kind of like almost horror episode. Just like, oh, these 2D beings that are just like absorbing people and flattening them out. Like, I just really liked that idea. And it's another episode where it's like, hey, before they were famous, do you know who Rigsby plays in a very notable TV show?
No, what is it?
He is Cyborg in Doom Patrol.
Cyborg in Doom Patrol.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh, he looks entirely different. Holy crap! I mean, other than obviously half of his face being covered in metal. But
hold up, I saw a guy from Doctor Who recently in a show. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, I know that guy from somewhere. And then it clicked. I was like, oh shit, that's the construction worker from Fear Her. I was like, oh my god. Remember Fear Her? The guy who's fixing the road and they just can't get it flat. And
the council will hear about this.
Yeah, I saw him in a show recently and I was like, oh my god, it's the same dude.
I'm gonna get that actor's name because I feel like I've seen him somewhere too.
Fear Her cast.
Can't remember what he's.
Fear Her cast. Okay, I'm pulling it up. Abdul Silas. He's in Sahara. Love Actually. I watched that recently. That was it.
He was just in The Wheel of Time.
No way. What?
Yeah.
Huh.
He played Amon Valda. I haven't read The Wheel of Time.
Hey, he was in the Doctor Who spinoff, Father Brown.
Every British actor has been in Doctor. Well, that's because at least as of like 5 years ago, there were only like 20-something actors that they kept shuffling around.
that always reminds me of like Red Letter Media. It's just like, oh yeah, every American actor's been on TNG, and it's like, yeah, it's like Doctor Who. Everyone's been on Doctor Who.
It's so weird to think that the guy from Get Out was in
Planet of the Dead. Yeah,
Planet of the Dead. Yeah.
Friggin' Spider-Man wasn't a Dalek two-parter.
That's right. A great Dalek two-parter.
He's in everything, but he hasn't been in Doctor Who.
That's
Amen,
true.
baby.
That's true.
Amen.
That's because he's going to be the 18th Doctor.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, and then yes, even with it like having like its kind of horror parts with the boneless. While the I feel like the effects are somewhat dated, but I feel like it fits with what they are. They're not entirely a three-dimensional being. They're like close to one. So I think the weird effect.
It's supposed to be PS2. PS2 graphics whenever they're 3D.
Yeah. And it does have its like fun parts, like the Doctor being like Thing trying to move the TARDIS out. That's fun. Although this episode unfortunately starts the whole Doctor being the Clara starting to act like the Doctor thing, so got to give it minus points for that.
Amen.
Yep. Sorry, Pixel. I agree. I'll agree with you and Brewer. She was a cutie in this episode, but yeah.
Never say that again.
She was a cutie. She's a cutie.
She's very attractive. She is undeniably.
I just don't want to say it the way he said it.
She's a cutie. She's really a cutie.
She was a cutie.
All right, we gotta hurry up. I think my thing's about to die.
Okay. My feelings on this episode. Again, it's the same. I haven't seen it since it first premiered. But it was one episode that I always remembered. I always recalled. It's like sitting in the back of my mind. I think Doctor Who, and it's one of the episodes that file their way forward. This was, for a long time, like Sleep No More, one that people do not care for. It comes up in my mind, and just little episodes like that. I always recalled this one.
You're making me want to mix alcohol with medicine.
Shut up. It's well, Ed Brewer, that's a little much. But the TARDIS shrinking down, the Doctor coming out of the TARDIS and saying, "I gave you a chance. I name you the Boneless." It just felt like one of those epic moments. But seeing it a second time, I realized that it's still very good. It wasn't quite as epic as I recalled. I think with him saying it through in the TARDIS once he like catches his breath because it's all there. Like I remembered the scene differently.
Right here?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, well, actually, it's going to be 1 second because the TARDIS is about to go ahead. I did like it's blinking, though, whenever it starts back up.
Yeah,
Like
I can't have the same episode on while we talk anymore. We're just getting distracted by watching it.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that this episode is still good. I really loved it the first time around. I loved it the second time around. And now, Jimmy, give us a ranking out of 10.
You say it again? My earpiece broke up.
Give a ranking out of 10, please.
What?
Give a ranking out of 10!
Oh. I get a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. 7.5 out of 10 for this episode. Really enjoyed it. Was even better the second time around, since I just haven't watched it in ages.
I'll be okay, honest. Yeah, 7.5. I want to say an 8, but 7.5 is more realistic. It's just, it is a Doctor Who episode that really, it stands out, but it doesn't stand out in comparison to some of the greats.
Out of every Doctor Who episode ever made, it sure is one of them.
It is the Doctor Who episode of all time.
There you go. It is the Doctor Who episode. Yes. So you have our consensus, 7.5. We've already extended. We have stayed past our welcome. But we want to ask you to please
Everyone left. Now it's just YouTube.
Oh, okay. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the socials down below.
Hold on. Guys. Check. You followed me back.
Oh, okay. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Alonze.
John Mao.